Today, I'm going to be talking about my 4 cryptos in the gaming sector that I am holding on to right now. I think that these cryptos are literally going to explode over the coming months. Let's jump right into it. All right, the first crypto that I'm actually invested in is Immutable X. Immutable X is a layer 2 solution built on top of the Ethereum network, and it is a base network basically for a lot of gaming projects. I'm very bullish on Immutable X, and I think it's going to do some really good stuff here in the near future. Now, let's take a look at the charts. The charts right now are not looking so good compared to the rest of the crypto market. You can see here, this is us using our momentum indicator to make sure that, we're getting in right at the right times. However, this could mean that this has a lot of upside potential since it has crossed on the 1 day, but still hasn't crossed on the 3 day or on the weekly, which is the time frames that we look at to get into this like fully. Now, we have DCA'd in a little bit here, but I actually think that a little bit stronger of a confirmation, and obviously the 3 day is really the strongest one in my opinion. This will give us a little bit more direction as to like whether or not this thing's really ready and ripe for an upside potential. But I do think overall IMX, a lot of people are building on IMX, and I think it's going to be a really good one here to buy in the near future. All right, let's take a look at Illuvium. So Illuvium is one that I bought way back in 2021. I bought this thing, actually I got in around 50 on a lot of my position here, but bought it all the way up to about 500, and it did some amazing returns. But honestly, what ended up happening with Illuvium is I believe they just diluted too much of their coins out there, and a lot of the supply is starting to slow down in terms of its dilution. You can see here that there's only 2 million left to mine, and I think that this crypto for sure is going to have some major upside potential once this bull market starts getting going, and once the gaming side has been getting going. Illuvium has been building. I've definitely been following this project. I staked my crypto on the Illuvium platform. I had a Ethereum and Illuvium liquidity pool that was earning, I think, like at one point in time, like 50 or 60%. And basically what I've done is I've left all of my Illuvium that I've harvested, and I've taken out that liquidity pool and put it into some other things. But it is one that I'm keeping my eye on, and I do think that Illuvium at the end of the day is going to do really well in this upcoming bull market. Again, they are just building like crazy. They're doing some really amazing things. And if you go into their Telegram, if you go into their Discord, you'll see that there is a lot of movement on Illuvium. So check it out. It's definitely one that is going to do very well. Now, the cool thing is here, it's been pretty flat, but it is above our indicator. So this is something that I am holding on to. I'm not going to buy any more Illuvium just because I think I'm a little overexposed to it. But you can see here on the 3 day, it has also crossed, not yet on the weekly, but that's okay. On the 3 day though, since it is above, this is definitely a strong buy. And, if you're not exposed to Illuvium and you're just getting into crypto gaming, I think Illuvium is ripe for upside momentum. The next one we're going to talk about is Superverse. Superverse has crushed it this year. This is a project by Elio Trades. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, he gives some really good alpha. Alex Becker is also a part of this by proxy, I guess. But they've been building a community for gamers. So a lot of the crypto gaming community is actually in the Superverse community, and they're just doing a lot of really cool things tied to their crypto. And if you've been holding this one like I have for the last year, you're up 1,000%. So this is a really explosive crypto up until this point, and I think it has a lot more to go. It's just sitting at 156 in terms of market cap. But let's take a look at the chart. The chart on Super actually looks really, really good on the larger time frames because it is sitting above our momentum indicator on this, but on a shorter time frame, it has broken down and it's starting to make its way back up, but we are in the red. So I would be mindful of that. This crypto, again, I've been holding this one for many years, like 2 years, literally. I just like bought some and I stashed it and I forgot about it. And now I'm actually leverage trading this one. But what I would be doing is I would definitely be looking for maybe a little bit more of a pullback into this band right here before purchasing any more, because if you take a look at this, it has had a lot of upside momentum, 70%. And the last thing you want is to catch a falling knife on this one. But it seems like it does have a great community and it has just some really, really good momentum on the upside, especially on the higher time frames that I'm looking at. Guys, gals, if you're interested in learning about all these different time frames and all these momentum indicators that I'm using, I would love to see you in our community. We have an amazing community of thousands of students already. We've been doing this since January of 2018. We've built an amazing application that's on the Apple Store as well as the Google Store, and you can use it on your desktop. It's really cool. We've got self-guided courses. We record all of our live events, which we do about 7 per week, giving you lots of alpha from mindset to crypto. Head over to the link down below. You will not be disappointed. You can sign up today, and let's see you in class. All right, let's move on to our most explosive crypto. In my opinion, that's just gonna blast off. And you can see this one is called Materium. Right now, it is sitting at 3,699 in terms of market cap, which is way, way down the list. Now, at one point in time, I was liquidity pool mining this one, and I was making all sorts of money. I made, I think, like about $5,000 in just a few months off of liquidity pool mining this one, and I didn't put a lot of capital. I think I actually doubled my money because there's not a lot of liquidity in this, and you can actually still probably put a liquidity pool together on this one. I may even do it and get a whole bunch of fees on Uniswap on this one. This is a really, really hot one. But you can see here that the market cap is down at 824,000, which is literally nothing in the crypto sphere. So why am I so bullish on Mirandus? Mirandus is actually a game that's been being built over the last 2.5 years. And I've been following this. I actually own some of the NFT characters on this. And they just keep dropping some amazing, amazing screenshots and videos as to some of the people playing and the graphics and all that. But more so than that, Mirandus is actually the flagship game for Gala Games. And guys, gals, I actually think that this crypto, which is called Materium, it's the crypto that you're going to be using inside of Mirandus, is actually a hidden gem, because once Gala launches this, and Gala's like probably the largest studio that's doing crypto gaming, once they drop this, this game is going to go off the charts. In my opinion, it is going to be a massive, massive, massive gain. And they're waiting. They're waiting until this thing is right. They're testing with their community. Their community is loving the game. If you want to head over to their X account, you can. They just dropped something though on November 15th. Some new news where you're going to be able to basically watch the live play test. And I think, again, this is going to be massive once it launches, and you're going to see the price of this crypto go to the moon. Now, why do I think that this crypto is going to go up? The reason is, if you take a look at Axie, I actually played Axie back in the day. Axie was, a game. It was not the most stimulating. The graphics sucked. It was like not even playing Super Mario Brothers, to be quite honest with you. Um, but so when I saw the comparison between Materium and Axie, granted, you may not get quite as many players on Materium, but you're going to get more of a cult-like following on Materium. And the fact of the matter that you have to have Materium in order to spend within the ecosystem, this is where it's going to give the value and the use case of Materium here in the future. But you can see if we were to take a look at Materium as of today's Axie's price, you'd be looking at a 1000x return, which would be a life-changing return for you. Now, and that means you put in $1,000 and you end up getting $1 million at the end of the day. But let's take a look at this. If it goes to Axie's all-time high, that would be a 12,000x return, which means that same 1,000% that you have would turn into $12 million. So this is one, again, that has a huge potential for the upside. Let's take a look at the charts to see if it's a good time to buy. So this is the 3-day on it. It did spike over the last few days, and I think it was because of this post on X, because they're getting closer and closer right here. They're getting closer and closer, in my opinion, to probably launching, and they probably will launch during this bull market. Who knows, within the next maybe 5 to 6 months. And then it has retraced, so it's coming right back into the band. So this might be a good time to pick a little bit of Materium up. And who knows, maybe if you want to liquidity pool mine it, that might be a good strategy on this, because the liquidity pool fees are very high right now due to low liquidity. Guys, gals, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you want to keep getting more videos like this. I'm going to be bringing alpha Monday through Friday, and we are going to crush this bull market. I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Cheers.